Greetings everyone, this is Donna Gilliland with Most Training, and I have a quick power Excel tip for you on data validation and range names. How to create a drop-down list of choices so that you don't have to type. You'll just point and click, and here's how it works. First of all, I've created a very simple example to help you understand this a little quicker. I've created a spreadsheet that here I have a list for courses. I'm going to be listing courses here. I'm going to be putting in the name of the company in this scenario and a student name and a date they took the course, and I want to be able to click from a drop-down list to pull the courses. There are a couple of different ways to do this, but the way I've chosen, I think you'll like it, is to create another spreadsheet within this same workbook and list all the courses. Now for you, this could be a list of products, it could be a list of cities and states, whatever the need is. So you can go to another spreadsheet and create the list and then range name the list. And then every time you have to add something to the list that maybe you didn't account for when you first created it, then the addition will be automatic for you in the drop-down list we'll soon create. Now the first order of business is that new sheet, I've got it, the list that you plan to have in the drop down over in the other spreadsheet. Now I'm going to range name this area. I'm selecting the entire column because I'm going to be adding a lot more to this area after the fact. So with the entire area selected, you can actually range name this area, and then you can refer to that range name in a formula. The range name, you can go to the name box. Now the name box is this little area that appears just to the left of the formula bar, which always tells you what cell you're in. When you click that box, that's the first step. Then type in a name you'd like to apply to the selected range. I'm going to call mine courses, and you cannot have any spaces in a range name. Now the third and final step is press the enter key. Now Excel knows where this list is at, and it will know it by name, and we can refer to it by name. Now I'm going back to the original spreadsheet, and I want to set it so that range D6 through D20 will have a drop-down list of all those courses. Although you might have it for the entire column or a much larger range, the point is you must select the range you want the drop-down list applied to, and I have. And you will then follow by going to the data ribbon and choose from Data Tools, Data Validation. When this box appears, you'll be on the Settings tab. By default, Excel allows you to key in any value, but we are about to change that for this range. We're going to restrict it to a drop-down list by clicking the down arrow and choosing List. Down below, you receive a source box. Now in the source box, you could type your entries and separate each one with a comma, and you would still get the drop-down list. But the downside to that is you don't have sorting capabilities in this box, which is why I've chosen the method of going to another sheet and creating the list. So now what I want to do is have Excel pull those names from that other sheet. You'll start with an equal because we are about to make reference to a range name. Equal in the name of the range we created is called courses. After I click OK, you'll notice that for any cell in the selected range, there is now a drop-down arrow. When I click, look, there are all the names in the list that came from the other sheet. Now, one more point. The beauty of that range naming is if I go back to this sheet and I were to add any more, maybe I'm going to add in Word 2007. Now that I've put it into the list, I can now just alphabetize it and watch what happens, and everything's reordered. Now I pop back over to the original sheet, click the down arrow, and look, it's in order. That's the value of creating the list in another spreadsheet, range naming that list. But remember that you created this drop-down list by going to Data and Data Validation. I hope you enjoyed that tip. If you need to learn more about data validation and range names, then please feel free to contact me at train@mosttraining.com. I hope you enjoyed this tip. Have a great week. Talk to you soon.